Hello again. It's a beautiful day here. I hope it's a beautiful day wherever you're at. I'd like to start off by thanking all my viewers and subscribers, and I really do appreciate all the comments you made, and I always try to get back with you as soon as I possibly can. What I got going on today is a pre-stretched canvas like always, 16 by 20. I went to your local hardware. You got spray paint, sprayed different tones and hues. Make sure you're in a well-ventilated area and you have a mask on. After that all dried, I loaded it up with a thin coat of liquid clear, and that's going to help the oils go on a lot smoother. And you'll notice that if you missed a spot, your oils will start dragging when you go to put the oils on. So you want to make sure you cover the whole thing with a thin coat of liquid clear. And any colors and any information you'll need to paint along with me will come across the screen somewhere right about here. Today what I thought I would do is a distant mountains, maybe a desert. I did one desert scene, but this one here is going to be a little bit toned down, maybe more flowers in it. So maybe it's going to have a little path coming through. So that's where I'm at so far. So let's get started. Let's get started with some sky. I use a couple little fan brushes just like this here. Usually works really, really well. So we can get some sky going here. Maybe pink. We're going to use Alizarin Crimson and titanium white or liquid white. Maybe get an orange sky with some yellow, cadmium yellow. Yellow. Orange. Get an orange color going. Maybe that's the way it would look there. Maybe at sunset in the desert. Just like that. Determine where you want your light source to come from. Maybe ours is right here. Maybe it's off to the side here. Maybe it goes just like that. Now we'll get into that other fan brush with just white. Just load it up. Come right in here. Maybe have that go more white back in that area. Now we'll take our trusty fan brush or blender brush. It's real soft. We'll come in and tap this underneath here all the way across. Gives it that softness. Then you can fluff it up into the oranges. Circular motions all the way. All the way, just like that. We'll come back into some more of that orange and darken that up some. And back in with the white. Then the blender brush. Cleaning that off some as best as we can. Come back in to that white. Then blend it. Blend it in. Using the corner of the brush. said that was going to be a scene of the desert. Maybe the sun is setting. More weight. All the way across. All the way. Corner of the brush. Blending it right in with that orange colors. All the way back. You got all kinds of things happening out there. And it all comes down here. Soften it all the way down. Maybe one of the mountains will be back here. I kind of like that, just like that. We'll just brighten that up with some of that white. Circular motions. All the way down till we get that sky color we're looking for. Step back. That's good. Come in and we'll clean this brush off. Get that blender brush. Not the excess. Dry it off. Now, I use odorless paint thinner. That's always a good thing. Cleaning the fan brushes off. Before we come into our furthest mountain, we're going to take this palette knife here. Who knows, we'll come into some blue colors or gray. Purple, a light purple. Distant blue, gray, purple. Little roll of paint. Maybe this one is back over here, off center. All I'm doing is taking the corner and coming across. Little scraping. Scraping right here. This color is Alizarin Crimson, Phthalo Blue, and some white. Titanium white, liquid white. Maybe it goes all the way across. Maybe this part comes down here. Maybe this one comes over here. It's one of those distant mountains. Just keep loading it up. Getting a little roll of paint right off that. Just like that. Maybe that's just like that. Clean that off. Come into the brush that we used to put the liquid clear on. This one here, we're going to come in and blend it. Blend it down however you think. Get all kinds of pulling it different ways. Get some different textures. Wipe some of that off. Keep pulling from there. And it lightens it up. And that's what you're looking for. Lightening. Just making it lighter. That kind of looks good right there. So I'm going to come into the blender brush. And I'm going to mist this down here right now. And we're going to mist it again in a bit. But I like that misty look. Step back. That one's not going to have a whole lot of nothing going on. Not a whole lot of blending because it's so far back. But what I'm going to do is touch up this. Touch that up. A little. Kind of like that, just like that. Got it misty. We'll come down and we'll put some land here. Maybe put another mountain over here, but a brown mountain, like the kind you might see in the desert. I'm going to use Van Dyke brown, but what we did was we mixed up sap green and alizarin crimson, and that gave us the brown color. What we're going to do now is marble this, just like that. See how the colors are on there? Leave that all marble, and we're going to come in and we're going to start putting the mountain. Maybe our mountain starts right here, right down. And maybe it goes up. Maybe that goes just like that. Grab some more white. Blend that in there and leave it marbled. Just like that. Pull it down. Get that marbly look. Pull that straight down, just like that. All those things happening right on that palette knife. All those light colors. Just like that. Can have little things pulling off here. Little indentations and maybe it comes just like that. Makes all kinds of colors. Blend all that in. So we'll take some white in here. Soften that up. Wipe off that excess, come into some white. And a little bit of that brown. Just like what you do with the mountain. Where you got different shades, little things coming out here where there's some rocks, little rock formation. Just pull it down. Maybe come in here and highlight some of that right on that corner, right on this edge here. Barely pulling it. Just like that. Now we'll come in and we'll mist this down here. Use the blender brush. Tell you what we'll do, we'll use this brush first, we'll pull some down. Just like we did the mountain. Pulling it down. Give it that look. soften that up. Clean that brush off. We'll come in and we'll use the blender brush down here and just mist it. Kind of mist it all the way up. Want to pay attention to the lay of the mountain, the angles. Because you want that still to be there. Want that to be misty. It almost gives it a look of a shadow. Shadow feel to it. Wipe that off. Come in and we'll tap some more. Kind of blend that. Get it lighter even, and it goes darker right in here. Got all kinds of crevices and things happening in that mountain. Now we can come into some green color. Maybe we'll have our path coming in through here. We'll have some green on this side. We're going to go on to sap green, midnight black, liquid clear, and Van Dyke brown. Get a dark green color. Liquid clear thins it out. We'll get some dark green going on. Just like that. Maybe we'll come in and we'll start maybe a little something off in the distance here. Comes right down to where maybe our path would be. And by using this brush, you get like an effect of grassy area. All I'm doing is tapping. It could get lighter there. I'm just barely tapping and just blending it in all the way. You all got that happening already just by using this little brush. Little fan brush. Maybe we can have something come down here closer. Darker. Just tapping again. Gives it another layer, another thing happening. Darker. Maybe we'll have some things coming down here. down from the hill where it grew up on the hill. What I'm doing is tapping up, making it look like there's little grassy areas. Right along that base. Right along there. It goes all the way up. Who knows? Just tapping this. Giving that rough look of something going on back here. Still tapping. Just went into a darker color because you want it to be darker towards the shadow area here. Just like that. Where it's coming around. Maybe we can make a hill coming out, or maybe make the grass come down further. All I'm doing is tapping and bringing it down further, making it wider. Making it wider towards the base here. Can have all kinds of little protrusions and make it as wide as you want. Maybe this can come down further. Maybe we'll darken that up. Maybe that can come down right in front. Like that. Looks like a last trail to me. Now maybe we could put a rock formation down here. Let's do something back in there with some color. Let's make some yellow. Some yellow things happening. Just yellow. A little fan brush, maybe yellow and some liquid white. Get some highlights, some color going, maybe some little flowers, just like that. right in here we could have some. All I'm doing is tapping this. Right on the edge here, there's some little flowers growing. All the way back there. Here and there, they're just like popping up all over. Coming down right to the trail. Got little bushes back there. Clean that brush off. We'll come into a small brush here. We'll make some flowers. Some red flowers. Almost like a burgundy pink. Just like that. And we can come in and tap some in here. That brighter color going. Darker pink. Just like that. That looks pretty good to me. Got some pink over there. Back off in the distance. All the way down. Maybe we should have some right here. Coming right down. That looks pretty good. I think we'll come into some yellow. We'll put some back in through here, I think. Now we'll get some orange, since we got the orange sky. gotta have some orange. Just keep loading it up just like that. Maybe we got some back in through here. Orange. Lighten that up a little bit. Here and there. Who knows? Maybe that's enough over there. Maybe we'll put some up in here. Just like that. Little color flow. Now we'll come into some brown on the palette knife. All that mixture, and we'll come in with a trail in through here. Come in through that lightness. That lightness, darkness, we'll blend that in. We'll blend that in a minute. And we want this to come down darker. Darker, darker. Just keep loading it up on this brush, this palette knife here. Just like that. We'll come in to the blender brush, Cactus, pull it. Blend it. Want to get all that happening. For that last trail look. Pulling it towards that middle. Making it look like sandy trail, and this was pulled in. Pulled in on that dip. We'll get the other brush. We'll pull that in more. Get this one right here. And we can pull in. Get closer to the flowers. Blend that right in. that right down, almost where there's a indentation in there. Maybe from the traveling. And it gets darker as you get closer over here. You can pull some of this darkness, put some up there. Have it going along here, since this is where the mountain is. And it's that easy for some shadows. We'll pull some of this completely off. Take that brush and come down and take that away and wipe it off. Pulling it down. You want that look. Of the trail. Can I have that little light in there? Kind of adds. Kind of gives it that little shiny, sheeny barely going back and forth just like that. See how that kind of takes that away? You give it that look of the last trail. Step back. Step back and we can add some white over there. Leave that marbled. Maybe come in here. Like that. And when we come down here, marble it. Get that look in there. Come into some dark, some brown. We'll highlight this in here. won't be too much over there because of the light hitting. Maybe more so over here, I think. Or on this side. Pull that down. It gives you that marbly effect. Kind of blends right in. All that stuff happening. Make it dark over here. All kinds of little stony things and shadowy things. And the same thing over here. Kind of like that. Kind of like how that worked out. And some more green, more alizarin crimson to get that brown. Keep mixing it and it blends right in. You get that brown look. Just like that. Like that. Looks like that on this side. Just kind of smush that in. Pull it and let it come right off. Get that dark. Get that dark stuff happening. Okay, you can almost take some of that orange, bring it down here in the sand. In the sand. Sandy look. That sandy glow. Get the blender brush going. We'll just blend that in. All you want is the hue. All you want is that little bit of bit of that orange. coming from the sky. That looks good, just like that. Now we'll come in and we'll put a little peninsula here. Tell you what. Let's do some cactuses. Let's do some small little cactuses. Take this little brush like this here. And we'll come into some dark brown. The colors we used. Load it right up. Just like that. Maybe there's a cactus coming right down here. Maybe there's a little one here. Maybe there's something happening right here. Get some liquid clear. Maybe we got a big one right here. There is now. Maybe he's got a little arm right here. Maybe another one down here, further. Maybe there's one here. Like that. Got some cactuses. Maybe there's, who knows? I'm gonna leave it just like that for now. Leave that just like that and come into some grassy areas down here. Little peninsula, little something happening here. Not big though. Get some things happening just like that. And we'll take this brush here And we'll tap some things up. Some brush. Just like that. Come in here and tap some things up. Take the fan brush, put that green on there, and we'll pull up the grassy areas and stuff. Here and there. Like that. Now we'll come into the fan brush, get into some of that brown color to highlight the trees or the cactuses with the brown, with the light brown. Load it right up. Just like that. And we'll come in, we'll take the corner of it and just tap it. This brush here, we'll just pull it around. Tell you what, we're going to need a smaller brush to blend that. That white is staying on there pretty good. So what I'm doing is just tapping it first. Get that line. Pulling some of that color right off that brush and come in and tap. That's coming around. Now I'm just tapping it. Just where you think the shadows would be. Then we'll come down in here. Just like that. Just barely. Now we'll come in. Put some flowers in here. Get some of that orange color going, since we got the orange hitting down here. Load that same brush up, come tap in some color. Right like that. Like that. Now we'll come into this blender or this fan brush and tap this down here. Kind of soften it. Soften the edge. Make it look like a little bit of grassy areas are coming out. Almost like it blends in right there. Now, the only thing left is to put a, we can put a bird up there. I always like to put in eagles, bald eagles, always flying around. Bald eagle, just on a liner brush. Maybe we'll put it over here. Could be a vulture, who knows? Well, let's sit back and see what we got going on here. Any kind of changes we might want to make. Kind of like that, just the way it is. Come into some light color. To assign the name, maybe some light brown, beige. They go good down here. I like signing mine with my last name. Some people like to use their initials. It's whatever you prefer. And I also like to put the year in. The year it was painted. Let you know your progression and what you were thinking at the time. Well, I hope you enjoyed this desert scene. It was the second one I've done. I've done a little bit different than. I hope you're painting along with me, and I hope you come back.